Good afternoon. Fade to black breaking news for this Monday, February 27th, 2023. This is all of the news that you need. I'm Jimmy Church. On this day in history, let's get straight to it. OTD, 1980. Gloria Gaynor's I Will Survive wins the first and last Grammy awarded for Best Disco Recording. The Best Disco Recording category was eliminated from the following year's awards. On this day in history, here's your Fader fact. The name of a group of lemurs is a conspiracy. Seriously. This is because they work together in their social groups to outsmart their prey. That's right. That's your Fader fact. It makes sense, doesn't it? All right, let's get to the breaking news. NASA is warning us of 3 skyscraper-sized asteroids headed towards Earth this week. The trio of enormous asteroids, including 2 potentially hazardous ones, those are called PHAs, by the way, will cross Earth's orbit around the sun. Tonight, Monday, asteroid 2012 DK31 will pass by at a distance of about 3 million miles and measures 450 feet across, or about the size of a 40-story building. Tomorrow, Tuesday, a second skyscraper-sized asteroid, also measuring around 450 feet across, will drive by at a distance of about 2.2 million miles. It's called 2006 BE55, and it crosses Earth's orbit every 4 or 5 years. And then finally, this Friday, an asteroid measuring roughly 250 feet across will fly by at a distance of 3.3 million miles. The rock, named 2021 QW, isn't quite wide enough to qualify as an Earth killer, but still makes a relatively close approach every few years. So there you go. Big asteroid week here on planet Earth. A new Russian Soyuz craft has arrived and docked at the ISS to replace its leaky one. Ready to take astronauts back to Earth and act as a replacement for another Soyuz that sprung a leak last year. The 3 affected crew members, NASA's Frank Rubio and Roscosmos' Sergei Prokopyev and Dmitry Petelin, will now travel back home in this replacement spacecraft later in the year. The MS-23 Soyuz arrived at the station at 7:58 p.m. Eastern Time on Saturday, and it also carried 940 pounds of supplies to the ISS. As for the leaky MS-22 Soyuz, that will be returned to Earth without anyone on board. Now, DNA from 4 American presidents will launch into deep space. Presidents Washington, Eisenhower, Kennedy, and Reagan will join the cast and crew from Star Trek. The Texas-based space burial company, Celestis, will honor the presidents, along with several deceased Star Trek legends and science fiction superstars. Nichelle Nichols, DeForest Kelley, Star Trek creator Gene Roddenberry, Star Trek engineer James Scotty Doohan, and 2001 A Space Odyssey and Close Encounters of the Third Kind VFX master Douglas Trumbull, all headed to deep space. It hasn't existed since the beginning of time, and this is where I need your attention. That's right. Hasn't existed since the beginning of time. What am I talking about? But now scientists have managed to create what they call quark soup. Listen, this substance is believed to be the smallest, hottest, and densest state of our universe, and the very soup that allowed the universe to grow and expand into what we know it as today. These particles, the researchers say, are called gluons. And as such, the plasma-like fluid that helped create our universe, the quark soup that they have recreated here, is more formally called quark gluon plasma, and it hasn't been found in nature since the beginning of time, as far as we know. But by using a particle accelerator located at Brookhaven National Laboratory in Long Island, New York, scientists were able to recreate it. And if this doesn't freak you out, it should. The accelerator's 2.4-mile-long ring allows atomic nuclei to speed around at 80,000 times a second, roughly 99.995% of the speed of light. Researchers using superconducting magnets to control the atomic nuclei as they speed around the ring, being supercooled to near absolute zero at certain points before two beams eventually collide into each other, creating tiny drops of quark soup. Now, here's the deal. If they blast another Big Bang into existence and create another universe, we won't be here to talk about it. And it won't be part of Fade to Black Breaking News. Yeah, they're just doing this, wondering what's going to happen. A Big Bang in Brookhaven. Now, I'll leave you with this. According to authorities in Scottsdale, Arizona, the driver of a Tesla slammed into a building east of Scottsdale and Cactus Roads around 8 a.m. this past Friday, and the Tesla immediately broke out into flames. They put the fire out. But a few hours later, crews responded again to an area about 2 miles away from where the Tesla again caught fire while it was being towed. Drivers were asked to find an alternate route for the next several hours as they put out the flames, and video from the scene showed the once white vehicle completely charred. That's right. Do you own a Tesla? I'm just saying. That's your Fade to Black breaking news for this Monday, February 27th, 2023. This is all of the news that you need. Fade to Black breaking news is produced by Renee Newman. I'm Jimmy Church. Go Beckley Tepe.